live. Give me a second to put up the recorder because for some reason that one's not up now. I'm trying. Okay, you're all live.
Okay. Sorry about that. Good morning. This is the town of Pembroke Park. Today is a pre-bid meeting. It's mandatory for ITB 22-11 windows and doors replacement for the town hall building. Thank you for coming again. And you must be here in order to put a bid for this particular project. Basically, what the scope of work is, there are 3 doors and 8 windows to be replaced with hurricane-resistant glass. There are 2 single doors and 1 double door, as you've seen in the entrance door, and then 2 single doors, and they're on the side toward the back. Later, I will show you the 8 windows. They're all on the 2nd floor, and there are 4 and 2 on each side of the building. The only one that doesn't have windows is the south wall. The NOA is already chosen for each for the doors and the NOA for the windows. PGE, I don't have the exact number with me. I think it's 20-0106-010. It should be on your package. Due to the delivery of material, the availability of material, we don't really have a set number of days for this project. We realize that that may vary, but we also want it to be reasonable. So with your package, we will ask that you give us an estimated time of the delivery of when you can get this, the material to get the job done. Good morning.
Good morning.
Please sign in. This is also a FEMA-funded, partly FEMA-funded project, meaning that there are some federal clauses that will apply for this project. For example, one of them being that you're gonna need to submit the debarment forms. If you do have any subs, they also will have to sign them. And also public entities, crimes, and companies scrutinized by the government. All those are in your package. They will need to be submitted. At the time of award selection, whoever is selected at that time, you can go ahead and supply your W-9 and your certificates of business certificate. When you do fill out the forms, I will ask that you put the company name on the bid form. A lot of people seem to forget it. There is a space where it says company name before you lay out your bids. Please go ahead and put it there. And I believe on this particular package, it's mentioned that there are 5 forms of the bid package, this is not including all the other forms. In other words, please do not resubmit the whole invitation to bid. There will be several pages, I think there are 3 for this one, and then the additional pages that we're requesting for information. Your questionnaires, you will have to fill out the organization of your company and the president and how it's structured. It's basic, nothing new. Just want to make sure that you understand. I believe I gave you the description of this project. Do you have any questions? Budget. Again, this is FEMA based, and FEMA has put aside, well, we have put aside, I believe, $47,000. 47,000.
Since this is an operating facility, will the work have to be done, can it be done during business hours, or it's?
Yeah. Unless you tell us otherwise, is there a reason why it cannot be done during business hours? No?
We're gonna be opening up a building, so we just wanna make sure that.
Well, you will
We
need,
don't wanna displace workers here in the facility, so, that just.
well,
A lot
that's,
of facilities like this require work to be done after hours or on weekends. It's just a question.
So of course you can't leave the building unsecured.
Right.
So if you're able to conduct your business, meaning if you're going to replace a door and frame, then it has to be done that day during working hours. If you're going to replace 3 windows, all 3 windows must be completed during working hours. Now, if you're telling me that that's not possible, then we'll make the necessary arrangements to make it happen, okay?
yeah, I understand with the noise and everything, and if you open the window, there will be a gap, and a few of those windows happen to be offices, so we will have to make arrangement for these particular offices to.
That's more of what I'm.
Okay, yeah, yeah, you're right. There are some places where we will need to have to. So, whoever gets this job at the time of our pre-construction meeting. And this is where we will have to coordinate how we're going to do this.
Will the building department, like, for example, I just piggyback on what the gentleman said, if 3 windows are removed, 3 windows need to be installed that day because we can't leave the building open. Understand that. Will the building department essentially work with us to make sure if I remove windows to come and see the bucket of windows before they're reinstalled, so I can do it all?
Luckily for you, yeah, the building department is right
In the
across.
same building, won't it?
Yeah, we will also coordinate that with the building department. I'm not going to say exactly what answer for them unless they were here. But I do believe that's something that the town will have to coordinate with the building department to get it done. Anything else?
Based on what he's saying, a lot of building departments will accept pictures of the bucks. That's,
Well, he's right there. I mean, anything we need to have him observe, he can come on site to do it. And meaning that the coordination has to be done in such a way that we should have a schedule of the installation, what you're doing when, and of course, be able to get it done. That's not going to be when he decides to go on vacation. Okay? All right. Briefly, I will go over the schedule for you. The deadline for questions is next Tuesday, the 25th, up to 5 o'clock p.m. And answer to the questions will be posted the next day on the 26th by 5 p.m. also. Could be 3, I believe it's 3. The bids are due November 1st. That's a Tuesday at 3 o'clock. And at that time, we will open the bid packages and read out loud the bids. And the lowest bid will be put, the apparent low bidder will be seen. Of course, this vendor has to be responsive and responsible, meaning that they qualify, they have the experience, they submit their references. This is something that will be evaluated after receiving the bid, so that's why we said they're a parent low bidder. Considering everything is going to be done as scheduled, the bid selection will be done at the November 9th. This is where we present the bid tabulation to the commission and for award selection and approval. And right now it is scheduled that we can have the pre-construction meeting the following week. And I think it's, it was intentionally done this way because the holidays are coming. So we need to iron out how we're going to do the project before Thanksgiving and Christmas and everything. So we need to get all that coordinated. That you know who your vendor is going to be. So we really want to work with the vendor, making sure that we're not going to delay you because we want that work to be done also. Any more questions? If not, we're going to do the site visit and show you the doors and windows. There are 8 windows, but I believe 2 of them are different style. It shouldn't make a difference to you, but only in the way you may have to remove it. Any of you have questions? Comments? You want to have them do anything that you would like them to submit invoices?
My only request would be to try to be as detailed as you can with, supporting documents. Have those supporting documents to back up whatever, anything that costs money, essentially. And just try to be detailed with, that backup, and that's all that I would request as the finance director. Thank you.
Yes, and we want to ensure that all work meets current Florida building code as well as materials, and that you have the capacity to acquire the materials within our timeline and install.
Along with what the finance director just mentioned, I want to bring to your attention that because this is a FEMA project, there are certain requirements, meaning that whoever is going to do the job, they require that you submit certain documents along with your invoices. So when you do buy or wherever you do get them, they will like to see the invoices of your materials. They usually require stuff like that.
With the hurricane that was on the West Coast, PGT's manufacturing plant is on the West Coast. Have you contacted them to see if they're up and running?
Which city were they? Were they in Fort Myers or further up? They were in Fort Myers. I didn't think of that, but that's something we can look into.
That's the case, and they're out. Have you selected a different company, or can we present that?
This is a good question, so let me look into it, because what the intent is to have comparing apple with apple, okay? So if that's the case, we will have to require that each submitter will have to give us what the NOA is for each one. And then and that will be part of the evaluation. Okay? Thank you.
Is that the end of the meeting, Mayor?
Unless any more
Any
questions? No.
Okay, so the meeting's ended now at 11:26.